YouTubers, what is up? It is Vinny Chill and Chris. We are here to talk about our time at TerrifiCon today, Connecticut's number one biggest con. And Chris, what did you think? You had a good time?
Always a good time at TerrifiCon. Yeah, good books, good food, as we said before, and it's a nice time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, a couple of shout outs, I guess, to get started. If you're around the floor show, look for these. We've been handing out our business cards. Love to see some new subscribers. Hope to break that 100 subscriber barrier soon. Thanks to everyone who has recently joined since Silver City Con. We've got a few more of those subscriber giveaways to announce, but we really appreciate everyone who has shown their support and hope you're tuning in and enjoying what you see. Also, big shout out to some of the vendors that we saw today that, of course, were at our show a few weeks ago. Chris, J&S was there. We saw them, so shout out to them. Who else did we see today?
Joel's Comics.
Joel's and Josh. We got well, Joel wasn't at our show, but his partner, I guess, sharing the same booth space today. So Josh, we got Buzz Comics. So go check them out. They're out there on the floor. We also saw Mark Morales. Mark Morales, pretty cool guy, great inker, talented inker. He was there today. Hope to have you, Mark. If you ever see this, we'd love to have you come to a future con for us. We had Three Keys Comics. Now they were all the way from Chicago, right? Illinois.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah. So we had never seen those guys before. There's Joel. We got Joel's Comics. Check him out. He's from the New England area. One of your guys that you've been familiar with, I know you've seen before. We got Anthony's comic book art. He's also got some great books. So you've bought from Anthony before,
Anthony.
Right?
Everyone who buys art grabs stuff from Anthony, I think, at this point.
Yep. So. And then, of course, huge shout out as well to the Comic Mint. So Comic Mint was again at our con a couple weeks ago. And over the last year, more than a year, I've bought a couple of a few variant covers. And so one that came out much earlier this year was the Shannon Mayer Harlequin. So was able to get myself one of the 600 versions of that. And then we've also got more recently one of the 600 versions of his X-Men 1, Jean Grey cover. And got to meet Mr. Mayer today. So that was a pleasure, sir. Thanks for your time. We're going to throw up actually, it's already up on Instagram. We've got a photo. So got those books done and sending them down to CGC now to get certified graded signature series. Hopefully they both come back 9/8.
Yeah, good looking books.
So speaking of books, yeah, we got some books to tell you guys about. We're just gonna drop on you a few of the books that we picked up today, what we were hunting for, what we ended up getting, and of course, as of the time we're recording this, there's still one more day of TerrifiCon left. So talking a little bit about what we hope to get tomorrow. So Chris, why don't you I don't know if you want to drop on them out there roughly about what you spent, what your price range or budget was for this show. I don't know if you're comfortable doing that. I might just give like an estimate, but just to let the people out there know, this was everything I got for roughly, 100, 200, whatever.
We'll say we got some good deals.
Not to put you on the spot, but yeah. Well, I like to put you on the spot.
Yeah, so, exactly. Exactly. That's it. Everyone negotiates differently. All right. So what? You want to start? What do you get?
Well, I'm going to start with something, and then I'll turn it back over to you. I got to meet a great guy, one of the, I'm Vinny Chill, but one of the chillest mother effers out there, Mr. Michael Rooker. So again, pleasure to have met you, sir. Not sure you'll ever see this, but was awesome. Also posed for a picture with me, so that was great. Had a great time. This show has some celebrities. Billy D. Williams was there 2 years ago. Doesn't obviously draw the same star power as like New York Comic Con does, but I think Mitch and company do a really good job pulling in some high caliber talent, and it was just awesome to meet Mr. Rooker today and get this autograph. It's going to go on the autograph wall, so that was awesome.
Nice.
And why don't you? So while I was waiting in line and getting that autograph, why don't you show some books that you got?
Let's see. All right, grabbed a couple slabs. Got Amazing Fantasy #1 from 2004. Let's just take it out of the bag.
Hey, we got one viewer. We got one watcher out there.
Uh-oh.
Thanks.
So I gotta take this out of the bag. So first, Anya Corazon, Aranya. So I don't know. I'm looking for Spider-Verse stuff. So I think she's rumored to maybe be in that Olivia Wilde Spider-Woman basically movie. I'm not sure what it's up to right now. So couldn't pass it up for a 9.8. Only one I saw. So really happy to have that. And I grabbed a Teen Titans. Tales of the Teen Titans 44, first Nightwing, hitting the screen in the Titans show at this point, and I don't know, just I think it's an undervalued key for what it is. Definitely not getting the first appearance of Dick Grayson anytime soon, but as far as Batman-related books, I don't know, definitely a Bat fan, and just happy to have this. So, you know. That was the big purchase thus far. Those 2 books from one dealer, and we'll leave it at that. So,
can I ask you while we're still live though? Can you just bring that light on over here a little bit? I just want to think we can get a little bit better lighting. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That is a little bit better for those viewers out there. There we go. All right. So I did not have as many big books today. I am thinking about 1 or 2 for tomorrow. So 2 of the books that I'm looking for, and I think we should actually just stop for a moment and drop one bit of information for people out there. Other channels are talking about it too. Books are at slabs especially are at such a high premium right now that this is not necessarily the best time to be buying some of those books. So I think you have to pick and choose wisely. We have seen that there are a lot of these slabs that have skyrocketed in just the last couple months since like even say May. And so we are picking and choosing, sort of a betting game, seeing what might come down or what's actually at a good spot now and already has come down. One of those books I've noticed is Harlequin, First Harlequin. So that's been on my list. Chris already has his copy from a few years ago, but they had a 7, an 8.0 and a 9.2 today, both under 1,000. Now, I haven't seen anything a 9 or higher under 1,000 in a while, so that's on my list for tomorrow. Also, first Gwen Stacy, that's certainly on my list. The Spider-Man 31, X-Men 101 is always on my list. Unfortunately, I only saw one graded copy today, and the raw books I saw are just a little too beat up, so I think I'm going to hold off on that. Any other giant books on your list for tomorrow?
Probably NYX or NYX. I'm not exactly sure how you say it. #3, first X-23. That's on my list. Kind of start rounding out the Wolverine collection, and I'm looking for Wolverine Origins 10, but I want that third claw variant. Had a shot at it, but the dealer sold it. Actually, I was hoping to pick it up at this show.
Yeah.
And then I was even looking at a Strange Academy #1 variant, and within 5 minutes, we looking at our first stop at Comic Mint. They had some really great variant covers there. Within 5-10 minutes, went back because it was just our first stop. Say hi to hi to them, and it was gone. So sometimes you just got to pull the trigger a little quicker. That's it.
Yeah, no, definitely. You snooze or lose. But as you said, NYX, and I've got a couple books coming up related to that. But I'll start with this one. This was in a $1 box, just, awesome cover. And this has been on my list. It's a key issue. So I've wanted this for a while, like, Demon in a Bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So that was definitely something I've wanted for a while. Price was right. But yeah, no, I was able to get these, and they still have price stickers on them. But I will say that I actually was able to get them for a little bit better than sticker price. But here we've got X-Men 450, right? Yeah. And I had 451 I had done, I think, in an episode a little while ago. But this is the first X-23 in X-Men continuity in the X-Men series. So that was pretty cool to get. And then this one's been on my list. I've been chasing this one for a while. I saw a few slab copies there, almost pulled the trigger on a 9.8. It just was a little bit pricey, in my opinion. So still might do that and upgrade the copy. But for this one, for less than $15, the price was right. This particular vendor had 4 copies, so I actually had a nice pick of the litter, and I think I got a pretty good copy there. That's on, I think, a lot of people's list. I think, Laura is coming in. Well, she's already been in Logan, but I think she's coming probably to the MCU. Again, it's like the other X-Men. It's only really a matter of time till we're going to see her in there. So all those key books, I think, are worth picking up now.
Let me see what I grab. Pretty much cheap boxing. These are $3 a piece. I understand, Snake Eyes isn't doing so hot in the box office. Grab G.I. Joe 26 newsstand. So this is the origin of Snake Eyes, or I think part 1 of the origin of Snake Eyes. And I grabbed G.I. Joe number 69. This is first Destro in his yellow, I guess, armor costume, however you want to put it. So just go with G.I. Joe books. Still just kind of putting together the run. The Scarlet Show is still supposed to be, full tilt going forward. Hopefully they put out some good stuff. I don't know. I haven't seen the Snake Eyes movie. I don't think you've seen it, right? I don't think it's streaming. No, you have to go to the theater, and just fortunately it's getting a little panned. But what are you gonna do?
That movie, I've not heard good things about it. I'm hoping that the James Gunn Suicide Squad coming out this upcoming weekend is going to be better. Speaking of that, we've got an episode on the Suicide Squad that's going to drop later this week. One of the books you talk about, because it's already pre-recorded, is this book, and I just have to get myself a copy today because you talked about it. But this is First Amanda Waller. So had to have this in the collection. Again, the actress has done great in the first movie. I assume she's going to be great in the second movie. They changed a lot of the characters around, but they kept a few from the first to the second. I think if they turn it into a trilogy, she's probably going to stick around. So I think this was a good pickup.
She survived the soft reboot. You can't take out Amanda Waller, man.
Yeah. I'll do one more right now again. So you guys have, seen, obviously, I record. We've got the first Kang up there. I've also got some other Kang books that I've showed you guys in previous episodes. But this, I believe, either this week or last week was on the Trending 20. Wanted it for the PC, and again, was able to get it for about half sticker price. But this is Avengers 129. And it's just, awesome cover there, Kang in all his glory. So this one, again, wanted to add to my Kang collection.
Let me see. What did I grab? Courtesy of Larry's Comics, Ghost Rider 2099, number 1. But the newsstand, which is supposed to be, pretty rare, especially for this book. I don't think this book had a huge print run. But happy to grab this, get another version of Ghost Rider for the PC. There's definitely a lot of direct editions out there, but I was happy to find the one newsstand. And continue on and check a couple boxes between Ghost Rider and Spider-Verse I'm trying to put together is The Incredible Hulk's annual number 1. So I think this book not a lot of people know about, but this has the first appearance of Spirit Spider. So it is a Peter Parker from another dimension, but he has the spirit of vengeance, and he turns into that pretty cool. It's a skull with blue flame around it, and he's got a kind of an anti-Venom look costume. And I think it's an unlockable costume in one of the Spider-Man video games.
Yeah.
So happy to get this. Pretty cheap. This one was actually like $5. I'm not sure what it goes for. A little bit higher on eBay, definitely. little bit beat up, but it's I don't know, it's a tough book to find. I haven't seen one out in the wild, so I was glad to grab it today.
Nice, nice. I got this book. I know, Chris, you have it. This actually, I won't disclose the price, but this ended up being the most expensive book that I picked up today. No slabs today, maybe tomorrow, but all raw books. This is the most expensive. This, of course, is the first cover of Maya Lopez, who is Echo. She's going to be featured in some of the MCU stuff coming up, some of the Disney Plus series coming out. Of course, she's also current possessor of the Phoenix Force in the Avengers comic series that I'm reading. So I think this is a hot commodity. It's still on its way up. Got her first appearance earlier this year, several months ago, but just wanted to add this before it keeps going up. And then let's see, I'll do these two back to back. So these are not key issues. It's just, personal, favorite of mine. Everyone hopefully by now knows I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So I had 1 through 13 and 16. So now I was able to add 14 and 15 today to my collection. So I now have the run 1 through 16, and then some of the other higher numbers as well. But still trying to chip away at that. I want the full set eventually. So here's hoping.
See what I grabbed. Another book, courtesy of Larry's Comics, Carnage #10. The first appearance of Rays, just another symbiote, trying to fill out that list of symbiotes. I know he's got another copy. I think it's a good book to get. So you never know what's going to show up. And this is another movie that, I feel like the promotion for some of these movies, you mentioned Snake Eyes before, it's not getting great reviews and things, but there really was a lot of promotion for it. And I feel like Venom's kind of not getting a lot of promotion considering it's coming out, within 2 months?
Yeah. Well, yeah,
it's
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5, right? So, we'll see. So I say go get them.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to stick with a little bit more of my Star Wars theme here. And this is Dan at, was it Precision Comic Pressing from Long Island. So you guys probably know that we did the the unboxing of some comic art way back, either end of last year, beginning of this year. Chris was able to find us some artwork available online. I think by now all of it has been purchased, so there's none left. But this is Tom Fowler did the work for Star Wars Jango Fett. This came out in 2002, right on the heels of the clone, the Attack of the Clones movie. This is actually the first appearance of Jango Fett in comics. So this had to have this book because I am going to get the page matted and framed and added on the wall to the collection. So wanted to finally get the book to go with it. Another book, and I know you guys can't see it out there because it's just off camera, but I do have Heir of the Empire #1 graded. Of course, that's the first Mara Jade and first Grand Admiral Thrawn. Wanted to get this, though, which is Heir to the Empire #4, which is Mara Jade's first cover. So I've been after this for a while, actually lost a few bids out there on eBay. So happy to find that courtesy of Dan. So Dan, if you're watching, thanks for the pickup, man. This was awesome. Huge Mara Jade fan. I really hope that she gets brought in to the Disney, to the series that they're going to do. I know that they're talking about doing a bunch of other projects with Star Wars films, so I hope she works her way in there. She's just an awesome character.
I think it's fairly inevitable she's going to show up. Let me see. Switching back to the MCU. New Avengers #40. First appearance of Queen Baranki, if I'm saying that right, but basically she's a Skrull Queen. It's another, I think, good book. They're talking about some stuff with She-Hulk. Obviously, the Skrulls were, I don't know, spoiler alert, but I mean, Spider-Man was a while ago. So at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, and they expect to see a lot more Skrull action. There's been, I think they're doing a Secret Invasion show on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So, not a bad book to have. And not bad. I got it for $10 plus a little cash discount. So, and nice Avengers #1 homage.
Nice. All right, you want to finish up? Do your last book.
Yeah, well, I got a twofer. All right, so I went after the Super Sons. First Damian Wayne, Batman, what is it, 655, and Convergent Superman #2. First appearance Damian Wayne, first appearance of Jonathan Kent. Jonathan Kent is coming to the forefront now. He's basically headlining the latest Superman series. So we're going to see, and I like this cover with the pregnant Lois Lane. Technically, I guess it's kind of a first cover appearance, if you will. And then just Damian Wayne. He's kind of established in the comics at this point, leading the Teen Titans and things like that. So I don't know. I just couldn't look for these books for a while. It's Convergence book. I don't know. I just never see it out at a show. So to be honest, like DC books are not always out there. So really just happy to grab these as well for a decent price for the PC.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really jealous of, well, actually, of both those books, especially Jonathan Kent, though. Definitely wanted to get that one. I still think that there's some copies left tomorrow out there, so hoping to pick up one or both of those tomorrow myself. And yeah, we just launched a poll, so if anyone out there is watching and wants to answer, are you going to go to TerrifiCon tomorrow? If so, hopefully we see you out there on the show floor and say hello. We'd love to chat with you and hear how you're doing, what you're getting, and what the next show is. I think for us, it's probably either Big Apple Con or New York Comic Con after this.
Yeah, I think that's the next one's maybe Eclipse Con. Sneak one in.
Oh, of course.
But,
yeah, gonna stop by Eclipse Con.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, just to round it out, I guess the end of the episode, we've got the last two books here. I've got an X-Men book, and this is I think 234. Yep. This is Madeline Pryor becoming the Brood Queen, and again, just trying to get the rest of my collection, all of the key issues between 2 and 300. I've been hunting for those for a while, so I'm more than halfway there. So again, found this for a very low amount and added it to the PC. And then last but not least, again, this is another dollar bin find today. This is Ultimate Fantastic Four #1 and first appearance of the Maker. Is it first cameo? I think it might be the first full.
Well, it's at Reed Richards, but he becomes the Maker, so it's not as the Maker, but it's I don't know, it's worth getting for a buck.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been teased that this is something that could happen. I think this was really done at the end of the Venom run. Donny Cates kind of left things wide open at the end of Venom 200 on where the storyline could go. So this is some good spec if you wanted to pick this up. I think the Council of Reeds, I think, we could have the Council of Kangs. We could have a whole bunch of stuff coming into the MCU down the road.
They started filming Quantumania, so they're saying that might be where we see the Fantastic Four for the first time. So, what iteration of Fantastic Four we get? We might get the Maker right off the bat, so it could tie into a lot of stuff right then and there. So,
well, no matter which one it is, I hope it is John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. I know that is something that is just very, heavily speculated and played out, but I don't know. I love both of them. So they're great actors, great couple. So we'd love to see them do it. So I guess the last thing is for tomorrow is, we also had a chance to talk to some of the artists today, like we already mentioned, Mr. Morales, and might go back and check out some of his artwork again. I'm really eyeing one of those High Republic pages that he has. Of course, that's a very hot series right now, and there's talk of them doing movies based on that, maybe a Disney Plus show, a video game. So looking to perhaps supplement the books in the collection with some artwork there. And then, of course, wanted to show this off. I was able to pick this up at DJ's Comics in Wallingford when it came out on day one. Bought it for cover price. It's now jumped to, I think, like around $100. It's the second foil print of Berserker #1. Mr. Garney, Ron Garney's going to be there all weekend, so I'm really hoping to get him to sign this tomorrow because I didn't have it with me today. Chris, any parting thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, we're just gonna keep digging tomorrow, and hope to see everyone out there. It was a great first day for us, second day for some people, and tomorrow's gonna be just as good. Just gotta get in there early. It's gonna close. I think it ends at 5 instead of 7.
Yeah.
And get in. Try to beat some people to the to the Bucks and see what we can get.
Yeah, watch the 95 corridor. There was a lot of traffic today. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay nerdy. Happy hunting at TerrifiCon 2021.